Play action. Now it's Murray. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Terrell Lewis. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 57 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. And he's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's
I am.
mild. Oh, now Murray has it stripped. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
A big play that time on the catch and run. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now before the 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones, throw left side, complete to Harry. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Cards are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25.
So the first thing that crossed my mind is, why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. J.J. Watt has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And remember, he had 1 blocked earlier. Gano's kick is good. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So a good kick that time, and that might help to get the negative thoughts out of the mind from that earlier block.
Especially since this was not a chippy, so he had to get that one out kind of low. But his line does a nice job of protecting, and he's able to convert for 3.
So we have reached halftime. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. Returning it, John Ross. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
On first down, they'll start out with Akers. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off play action. Jones. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again here with Akers. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 61 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react. That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Here's Jones on third down.
Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Back to throw. Jones. Over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Jones' throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point, and what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not it.
Trying to find Kupp, but it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On the slant, complete to Hopkins. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Murray now on first down. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Throwing on first down is Murray. This one complete to Tonyan underneath.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. On second down, Rich. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Flush to his right. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
They'll run on first down. Rich, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Rich. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
91 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there. With touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game.
And the Cardinals are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. L.A. readies for its next possession. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. And, Charles, you look at this defense. They were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
Jones throwing on first down. Again, he's got that man Landry. A gain of 6 there on first.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. J.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss.
Going deep here for Landry.
Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception.
Buda Baker with a pick.
And the Cardinals are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. Dante Hightower on the stop.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Murray going to throw. It's complete to Hopkins.
And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
On 1st down, Rich. And down inside the 15 he goes.
117 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try the left side. Rich. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
They'll keep it on the ground. Rich. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Cardinals extend their lead, and they are about to get to a 9-2 record.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 24. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. Pressure comes and the Cardinals bring him down. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Johnny Hekker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it's just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Arizona, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll return home next week to take on the San Francisco 49ers.